In this DeBacco University video, I'm going to present a study where they compared two cocoa coir-based substrates and fertilizer rates to maximize cannabis growth. And you're going to see, and I'll share with you some of the data presented in that study. All right, let's get into comparing some two coir-based substrates. So first off, as always, here's the article. Here's the kind of the front page. Here's this proper citation. Here's a link. So if you look or want some more information about it, this is where you would go through and look for it. I'm only going to provide a brief summary here. So first off, chemical and physical properties of the substrate that they use. So what are some of the specifics? And this is in the very important materials and methods. And we can see the total porosity presented here, plus or minus, how they're close. Also, to make note of the growing substrates, you see a U1-HP and just a U1. These are the different types of substrates that they used. They're both based from a company out of Canada. So again, if you want to research those further, these do provide you with also the EC, which stands for electrical conductivity, pH, and nutrient content here measured. So you can just see that for basic properties of these two substrates that are used in this study. Now, the response to cannabis yield to fertilizer. So I think this is a very important point to understand, is that they did use a fertilizer. It was a Nutri Plus Organic Grow liquid organic fertilizer, a 4, 1.3, 1.7. That's a nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. And here's kind of their fertilizer rate and their floral dry weight. And I think this is important for growers to realize, is that as they're increasing fertilizer rate, yes, they did get an increase in floral dry weight to a certain point. Once you hit that kind of optimum level, as they kept adding or increased the fertilizer rate, you notice the floral dry weight of grams per plant did decrease. So after about 400 micrograms of nitrogen per liter, we're noticing a decrease here in the floral dry weight. Now, this is important for growers to understand. Why? Here we are increasing our cost while also decreasing our yield, not a direction that is very profitable. So there is an optimum rate. More is not better. So what's the relationship between THC in the dry flower and fertilizer? Well, we're kind of seeing that same relationship here. More fertilizer is not better. It will actually reduce the floral dry weight and also not only the mass, but also the percentage of THC in this study. The goal is to fertilize this with the optimum level and not get into the excessive level. So where that optimum rate here, we can see for this study where that lies, adding more is not going to produce more, contrary to a lot of growers think. So what are the researchers' conclusions based on the study? Well, the optimum rate for fertilizer for them supplying, based on the math that they did, was close to that 400, but that 389 milligrams of nitrogen per liter for the fertilizer that they chose to use. In the vegetative growth stage of cannabis, using coir-based organic substrates. So again, very specific here, but provides you with a good starting point and a good understanding, hopefully, that over-adding or adding more nutrients than this level that was suggested by the researchers will not only decrease your mass of dry weight, but also decrease your percentage of cannabinoids potentially produced. So find that optimum rate, fertilize at that rate, don't add more because you might end up getting less.